Welcome back everyone. Today we'll be beginning with the last session of the week 4 of the course Retail Marketing Strategy. So last two sessions were all about understanding the dynamics of multi-channel and omni-channel retailing framework. Now as far as this particular module is concerned, we'll be digging a lot deeper and we'll be getting into the mechanics of research shopping phenomenon, hybrid shopping behavior and cross-channel free riding. And then this again is going to give you a very varied and enriching perspectives about the current retailing dynamics. And another thing is, you might not have wondered, and these are the behaviors that you have been executing in your daily life as well, and how much challenging these are for the retailer. So this is again one thing which we'll be learning as we move forward. So as I was just saying, when we are done with this module, the learner will definitely be able to appreciate the key challenges in multi-channel and omni-channel retailing. They'll also be able to understand the benefits and challenges which can be associated with multi-channel and omni-channel retailing. Now, when we talk about the key challenges of selling in a multi-channel and omni-channel retailing framework, what we say is there is a loss of customers in the journey. Another thing is you might see customers starting their journey at a different channel and ending at a different channel. Another challenge is there is poor and low channel lock-in, and finally you see the emergence of challenging behaviors like cross-channel free riding, hybrid shopping and research shopping phenomenon, which eventually also gets translated into showrooming and webrooming. So let's discuss the first point, loss of customers in the journey, right? Let's say if you start looking at the customer journey, which could be related to need recognition, information search, evaluation of alternatives, purchase and post-purchase behavior, right? Now you might have a customer who is at the stage of need recognition and let's say information search, is surfing across different mobile applications or websites to collect information, right? And after that they might just vanish. They might go and buy that product from the physical store, and that too from a competing retailer, which means there is no guarantee that the customer is going to travel with you all the way from all the stages in consumer decision making process, starting from the need recognition to and finally closure of the sale and even analyzing post purchase behavior. The customer is most likely supposed to vanish with respect to the benefits that they look at from different channels. Let's say there could be a case, a customer who wants to buy a laptop first went to the physical store. He went there, he tried it, he felt the product. He also asked a lot of questions from the support staff or support sales staff who was there in the store. He took all the information and was, well prepared with respect to making the best choice for the product. He told the shopkeeper or the sales staff that I'll be coming back in a while, and he was just lost because he never came back. There are very high chances that the same customer purchased the product from an online channel, right? That's why we say you are bound to lose customers in the journey when it comes to multi-channel and omni-channel retailing. And this again is one of the challenges or acute challenges with respect to these. Another is you might see consumers starting their journey at different channel and ending at a different channel. I think you can recollect this when we were in school in earlier times. You would go to the same shop to buy uniform, even buy books, and many times even buy a lot other things from the same shopkeeper itself. But that's not the case now, right? You might start your journey at an online channel and you might end it at an offline channel. Otherwise, you might start your journey at an offline channel and might end it at an online channel, as we discussed in the last example of purchasing a laptop, right? The same customer went to the physical store but did not buy it from there. He came back and purchased it online, maybe let's say because of low prices or other promotional offers which were available in the online channel but not offline. Now if you look at this context, that's why consistency of information becomes important. If the same prices would have been offered at the physical store itself, things would have been different. But it's not easy as it seems. The cost mechanics of an offline store and online store are very different. So offering price matching guarantee might not be suitable for every brick and mortar retailer. It might even leave in very low profitability or losses, eventually leading to the closure of the store. So with respect to handling these problems, we definitely need different strategies in order to counter these. But we'll get back to the discussion. As far as the multi-channel and omni-channel retailing dynamics are concerned, you will many times see consumers, they'll start their journey at an online store and might end it elsewhere. Likewise, the same with the physical and brick and mortar retailers itself. Now this again becomes a acute challenge with respect to understanding what is going to be the preferential channel for consumers across the different stages of the consumer decision making process. Like for information search, they might be using a different channel. For purchase, they might be using a different channel. For evaluating the options that they have or their consideration set, they might be using different channels. This gets very challenging, right? Another key challenge is there is indeed low or very poor channel lock-in. Channel lock-in means you don't have anything to restrict the consumers from moving to another channel, and this gets much more challenging when even the retailers are switched. Let's say I started searching for products at the Bata website, but I purchased it from the Bata store itself. It's all good, rather this is beneficial for the retailer, because when I went to the store I was all prepared to buy what I wanted to buy, right? But let's say I went to the maybe Bata store to check for the products, but then I purchased it from another retailer, maybe let's say Flipkart. Eventually some part of benefit will indeed go to Bata because I've purchased the same product. The problem is indeed I cross switch the channels, and this again gets challenging. Now I just gave you the example of Bata, but you don't need to get confused with this. This might happen, let's say I'm going to a grocery retailer in my city to check for products, but then I am coming and buying it from Amazon. Now just imagine the plight of the physical grocery store retailer who has kind of stocked products, is offering an ambience, is allowing me to even experience the products, but I am not buying it from there. You can even consider the same example in case of electronic stores. I went to an electronic store, I checked the television which I wanted to buy, I experienced it, I felt it, I asked all the questions that I have, but I am not buying it from there. I came back and purchased it online. There is very less channel lock-in, but indeed it can be created by pushing loyalty, by developing relationship with the customers. You might also have special on-stop offers to stop consumers or inhibit consumers from moving to the another channel or another retailer. But still executing right strategies for channel lock-in definitely gets very challenging. Now we'll move further with respect to understanding these three key terms, which is cross-channel free riding, hybrid shopping, and research shopping phenomenon, which also gets translated into showrooming and web rooming phenomenon. So first we'll understand what is research shopping. The concept was first published in the paper by Veroff et al., which was published in 2007. Research shopping is all about researching product in one channel and purchasing from another. You could be checking product in an offline store, buying it online, checking in online, buying it offline. There is definitely going to be a usage of different channels across the stages of the buying process, but it's just that they have specified you are researching in one channel and purchasing it from other. Now this can be a combination of online, offline, offline, online, online, catalog, catalog, offline. There can be different combinations that can work. Now hybrid shopping is a concept which was popularized by Kalyanam and Tse in their work published in 2013. It simply indicates when you see consumers jumping across different channels while shopping. Now this again, like research shopping, can have different combination of channels. It's just that the terms being used with respect to explaining hybrid shopping are different, as in terms of jumping across different channels. But what becomes very important as far as the retailers are concerned is cross-channel free riding. Cross-channel free riding is all about when consumers collect information from online channel of company X but purchase from online channel of company Y. Now why this becomes critical is because one of the channels is victimized, because you are not only switching channels, you are also switching retailers. Let's say I went to an offline store, I tried the product, then I came back and purchased it online from a competing retailer. Now in this case, one retailer who provided me services is not being reciprocated. That's why this gets very complicated and very, I would say, negative for a retailer when we look at it from the perspective of cross-channel free riding, simply because one retailer who is providing you services is not being reciprocated. He is incurring expenses, but he is not able to generate a sale. Now this again requires very sophisticated and high-end strategies to curb this, but we'll be talking about this a lot more when we'll get to a specific module on the cross-channel free riding behavior, right? And when you delve into the facets of showrooming and web rooming, showrooming simply means when you research offline and purchase online, it is showrooming. And web rooming is when you visit an online channel, you access the reviews, but then you get to a physical store to buy the product, then that becomes web rooming. It's just that in showrooming, we are using a physical store to collect information but buying online. But in web rooming, we are using an online channel and accessing reviews there and collecting information about product, but we are eventually buying the product from a physical store. Now this can also have situational and international perspectives. Situation means you executed showrooming out of situational circumstances. Let's say you did not want to showroom, you went to the physical store, you wanted to buy the product from there itself, but the product which you liked was not available, right? Then you came back and purchased it online. Now this is situational showrooming. Otherwise, one of the situations could be the sales staff was not talking properly to you, or he was very rude, or the behavior was not up to the mark, right? Now in that case, you decided you will not be buying offline, you came back and purchased it online. Likewise, in web roaming, you might have a situational circumstance that the website was not properly designed, the navigation was extremely poor, it was hanging again and again, despite you wanted to buy the product online itself, but you could not buy because of all these website issues, and you came back and purchased it offline. Now that can be a situational circumstance. Intentional is when you are going to a physical store with the intentions of only examining a product. You already know that you will not be buying it there, but you will be coming at and buying it online. Likewise, intentional web roaming is you only go to the online channels to collect information and to surf or to execute idea shopping, but you know that you will not be buying it from there, you come back and purchase it offline. Now that is intentional. But dealing with situational and intentional showrooming, web rooming definitely requires a different set of strategies, and again we'll be talking about this a lot more when we get to the specific module on showrooming and web rooming, and trust me, that is definitely going to be a very enriching, exciting conversation that we'll be having. Now here we are finally at the last leg of this module, where we'll be looking at the benefits of multi-channel and omni-channel retailing. So the first benefit is indeed expanded customer reach, which means, see, when you are offering multiple touch points to the consumers, you will also be able to capture a lot more people who will be buying your products. In the sense, like, let's say if earlier you were only offering offline channels, there is indeed a segment of consumers who only prefer purchasing online. Now when you started offering multiple channels and you added an online channel to your base, you are definitely able to access these consumers also. In other words, by operating through multiple channels, retailers can reach a broader customer base, because each channel caters to a different customer preferences, allowing retailers to connect with diverse audience and expand their market reach. This again sums up the fact, as I was telling you, when you offer multiple touch points, you will have different consumers who will be using your different touch points for buying and searching information, which means you are able to cater to all these. You also get to access more sales opportunities. With multiple channels, retailers can capture sales opportunities from different customer segments, right? If we look at even from the earlier example, the people who only wanted to buy online and we were not offering online channels to them might start buying our products through our online channels now, because some customers may prefer shopping in physical stores while others may prefer in online or mobile shopping. By offering various channels, retailers can cater to a different shopping preferences and can increase their sales potential. Another thing is, it also takes customer convenience to the next level, right? Because of the touch points that they have, which they can use as they wish, whether it is related to searching for information or placing orders for the product. Another benefit, it also allows you to have an integrated inventory management systems, which eventually reduces the chances of having overstocks and no stocks. Now whenever you talk about no stocks, you are anyway losing out on the opportunity of selling your product, and when you have overstocks, you are anyway incurring losses to an extent in terms of the fact that the space where you could keep new products being captured by the products which have not been sold. Another best thing can be, you can offer a seamless shopping experience to the customers when you have multiple channels, but this is only going to happen when you create synergy between these channels, which means you are moving towards the stages of offering them an omni-channel retailing experience, and the context will also not be lost. And I am very sure now you can connect the dots when we are talking about the context not being lost. Another thing is, you get to have higher chances of customer engagement, because online channels allow you to get more personalized as compared to physical channels, because you are able to track the purchase behavior of the consumers, their preferences in much intricate, or I would say in more intimate way, which might happen at physical stores. But definitely you need to take the consent of the customers before you start accessing their personal information. Along with that, this also allows you to dig in richer data insights. Again, this becomes from the fact, when the data is synchronized properly, you can actually dig deeper and can completely understand the purchase behavior and preferences of the customers, which if executed well is definitely going to bring in a lot more benefits. And the last thing is competitive advantage. You are definitely going to be at a competitive advantage when you offer more channels to customers as compared to the retailers who are not offering. But if you remember our discussion, we also discussed a point that it is becoming as an established norm, which means almost every retailer is offering you more of touch points to you as compared to what was being offered in the past. So as far as this discussion is concerned, I am hopeful that you understood what are the benefits that multiple channels and omni-channel retailing can offer to the customers as well as the retailers. Now as we move further in the next week, we'll be learning a lot more and another fascinating things about the retailing. So looking forward to meeting you in the next week. Wishing you a good day for now. Thank you.